What's going on, everyone? This is Preston here, and this is the Food City 500 race review. And can you just say this race was one of the most craziest short track races I've seen in quite some time? I really think you can say that. Tires were a major thing in this race. Did you see the marbles on top of turns one and two in the turns at Bristol? Oh my gosh, guys. And remember, NASCAR hasn't raced on the concrete Bristol in the spring since 2020. So. Yeah, and who did it? My guy, Denny Hamlin did it. Back to back Bristol races. Um, wow, just amazing. I literally thought Ty Gibbs was going to win this race. I literally thought he was going to. He swept the stages. I don't know where he finished. I gotta take a look at this at the finishing results, but wow, guys, just wow, what a race yesterday. Stage one, like throughout the whole majority of the race, tires were big. You have to be conservative when it comes to tires. You can't go all out. You have to be conservative when it comes to tires, or else you know what happens? Drivers would spin out, get blown tires, and everything. So, yeah, but the thing is, even with the lead changes, there's over 40 lead changes in this race. That's a broken record since April 1991. So, wow, this race was absolutely crazy, guys. And I didn't see the finish of this race. I didn't even get to see barely at stage three, um, because of an emergency involving my health. So, yeah, So, so guys, stage one and stage two, I literally have the most information on. Kyle Larson, if you guys watch my win predictions, he was my pick to win this race, and Fords were on the pole. Like Fords were on the pole with Ryan Blaney and Josh Berry. But it Toyotas like to be conservative when it comes to qualifying. Yes, I know Denny Hamlin qualified third, but he even won the race too. But when it comes to racing with these Toyotas, they are ready for race day. And man, Joe Gibbs Racing at one point was one, two, three, and four. I think Bubba Wallace even got a top 10 too. So yeah, but anyways, there were countless amounts. I can't even count how many cautions there were in this race. I know Kyle Busch spun out one time. I know Byron hit the wall once. Um, I know there was this big crash that happened with Tyler Reddick at the start of the race. And just wow, unbelievable, guys! What a race this was yesterday, and sucks I didn't get to see the finish of this race, but it is what it is. So just wow, guys, just what a race. Stages were swept by Ty Gibbs. I know Josh Berry spun out, but I gotta talk about my guy Denny Hamlin for a minute. He wasn't really good with tire conservation in yesterday's race. He wasn't really good at tire conservation, but he overcame it and freaking won. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, yeah, then there was a final battle between Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin did it. So, yeah. I'm looking at the timeline on the NASCAR thing because, like I said, I didn't watch stage three. Um, So yeah, Carson Hocevar had a flat tire according to the NASCAR timeline. Carson Hocevar had a flat tire. There were green flag pit stops around in the 440s and the lap 440s. Um, Basically around 400 to lap 444 was when the pit road green flag pit stops start to come in. Austin Cindric and Stenhouse had trouble. They spun out, and yeah, but like I said, the majority of the information I know about this race was stages one and two. Like, I wasn't even sure if tires were. I'm not even sure if they even have enough tires to even be left. Like, look at this picture right here, guys. Look, there's tires like completely shredded off. So, yeah, yeah. So, just wow. This race, the Bristol racetrack was like a cheese grater and just shredded all the tires. Like, oh my gosh, this race, man. Oh my gosh. I know Daniel Hemrick had trouble. Um, Stenhouse had a bit of a wild day. Um, And I feel like there was a caution like every 40 laps in the stage, like in the stages. Yeah, guys, in the end, after all the craziness, all the chaos, oh my gosh. This was one chaotic Bristol race, but in the end, Denny Hamlin survives, overcomes those tire conservative issues, ends up winning yesterday's race at Bristol. Let's go, guys. So, yeah. So, man, I don't really have anything else to say about this race other than this race was crazy with tire management. Um, this is probably one of the most tired, strategic, failed races I've watched. And like, guys, Fox even showed like the marbles on top of turns 1 and 2, or maybe turns 3 and 4 at Bristol. So, man, the Fords were up there, but Chevrolet, I gotta talk about Chevrolet. Chevrolet, the only driver who was basically good was Kyle Larson. Other than that, I mean, the highest two Chevrolets were Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson. Alex Bowman was like in the teens for the most part of the day. So, Chase Elliott ended up finishing 8th. So, yeah. There's only 3 Chevys that finished inside the top 10. And then the next Chevy won't get till Ross Chastain in 15th. So, Chevy was the manufacturer that really didn't have the best in yesterday's race. But Fords were definitely good. And especially with Josh Berry. Josh Berry had a good race, but he ended up finishing third, 12th. He even spun out once. So, so yeah, but man, like I said, this race, crazy with tire strategy. You literally have to, every caution, drivers will have to come down and get new tires. That was how much strategy is important. And like I said with Denny Hamlin, he won today. He won last night's race, well, yesterday's race, in that in this paint scheme. Doesn't that paint scheme, doesn't that color scheme look like the Buffalo Bills logo? Man, I might just have to call out the Denny Hamlin's Buffalo Bills car because that color scheme looks to me exactly like the Buffalo Bills logo. So, hi guys. So, in the end, Denny Hamlin wins. Let's go. And wow, guys, just what a crazy chaotic race. So now I'm going to take a look at the race results. All right, everyone. Here is the race results. Denny Hamlin won the race, finishes first. He's my favorite driver. So let's go. Martin Truex Jr. second. These two are battling for the final parts of this race. Brad Keselowski will finish third. He had a good day. Good day for Brad. Hopefully he can get that one soon. Alex Bowman fourth. Running at the top five was Larson. John Hunter Nemechek was up front for the majority of this race. He was like in the top 10 for the most part. That's really good, especially within the Legacy Motor Club car. Chris Buescher seventh. Chase Elliott eighth. Ty Gibbs ended up finishing ninth after literally dominating stages 1 and 2. Christopher Bell. Well, no one really dominated this race, so yeah. Christopher Bell, he rounds to the top 10. By the way, guys, lap traffic was barely a thing in this race. Lap traffic was barely a thing. But I think in the final parts of the final stage, towards the end of the race, lap traffic was affecting. So yeah, Michael McDowell 11th, Josh Berry 12th after starting on the front row. Briscoe and Ryan Preece 13th and 14th. Ross Chastain, like I said, finishes 15th. Ryan Blaney 16th. Justin Haley 17th. Daniel Suarez 18th. Kaz Grala 19th. 20th is Eric Jones. Corey LaJoy 21st. Joey Logano, just what is up with Joey Logano this season so far, guys? He is just, I don't know. Goodness. AJ 23rd, Austin Dillon 24th, Kyle Busch 25th. He had an up and down day as well. Todd Gillen 26th, Carson Hocevar 27th, Daniel Hemrick 28th. Unfortunately, 2311 Racing finished 29th and 30th. Austin Cindric 31st, Harrison Burton 32nd, Ricky Stenhouse 33rd, Noah Gragson 34th, William Byron 35th. Literally, the only driver to even crash out of this race was Zane Smith with an engine problem. So yeah, guys, in conclusion, this race was absolutely chaotic with tire strategy, but it was really interesting. And but in the end, Joe Gibbs Racing ended up dominating, I think, the second half of this, ended up kind of dominating the second half. But yeah, after the final green flag pit stops, after overcoming horrible tire management, we did it. We're now in the playoffs. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna give this race a 7.5 out of 10. If you round it up, 8 out of 10, technically. So, yeah, guys, 7.5 to an 8 out of 10 for this race. And yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.